And that is Mark Hales leading Ian Forrest and John Clark. Two BMWs chasing the Mitsubishi. Down to Redgate, absolutely together. Hales in 15th place, Forrest 16th, Clark 17th, but it's anybody's position. Now, down to the hairpin. There is Rob Gravitt still chasing Andy Rouse. Now, tyres have been Andy's problem in the past. Are they going to be again? With nigh on 600 horsepower, that really burns the rubber. Now to Goddard. First and second, Rouse and Gravitt. The men who've dominated the overall British Touring Car Championship this year. And at McLean's, it's the Mitsubishi and the BMW still together. John Clark, last there, he's retiring at the end of the season. We're going to miss him. And Hales is using new Firestone radials for the first time, and they really seem to be working. But here are the leaders in the 2-litre class. Sidner and Cleland still absolutely as one. Tim Sugden behind them in third position, ahead of Jeff Allen fourth. Now, will Tim Sugden, with the red flash on the windscreen, try to pass his team leader, Frank Sidner, in view of the championship position? I very much doubt it, but we'll see. They're together as they come out of the Craner curves, pulling away from Jeff Allen. Cleland absolutely online. And it looks as though Frank Sidner just hasn't got the horsepower to get past the Vauxhall. But he's staying ahead of Tim Sugden, who is staying ahead of Jeff Allen. Down to the old hairpin, and we're looking back now from Sidner's car. That is Tim Sugden's BMW M3. Third in class. Coppice. Out of Coppice up to 130 miles an hour. The Vauxhall leads the three BMWs. Out of it, and Jeff Allen raises the dust. Just puts a wheel on the grass as he comes out of Coppice. And Frank Sidner is taking a look as they come down to the chicane. He's going to go through and take the lead this time in the 2-litre class. He has done it. Frank Sidner, the 1988 British Touring Car Champion overall, leads the 2-litre class and looks back now at John Cleland's Vauxhall. The hairpin. So, Sidner ahead. And it looks now as though he's going to stay there. And Tim Sugden is starting to challenge the Vauxhall. Is John Cleland in trouble? Sugden, number 56, has a look on the outside of Cleland's Vauxhall. Now goes through on the inside. He's absolutely... They go across the line together. But Cleland has got the line at Redgate. He's on the inside, and that's where he needs to be. Sugden cuts across and goes through on the inside. He's going to go through. He does it. Tim Sugden in the BMW moves up to second in class behind his team leader, and here are the overall leaders, Andy Rouse, and with him now is Rob Gravitt. They are absolutely together, the race leaders. And Gravitt goes through at the hairpin. They're lapping Ray Arms, and Andy Rouse has lost the position. Rob Gravitt has got the nose of the Sierra in front, looking back now at Andy Rouse's Ford Sierra, and it looks as though this is going to be another win now for Rob Gravitt. That's Rouse. 4 times British champion Andy Rouse has had to give best again to Rob Gravitt, and there is Mike Newman in the Black Sierra, number 5, passing Lawrence Bristow up into 6th position. Redgate. Mike Newman 6th. Lawrence Bristow, who is Tim Harvey's teammate, down to 7th position. Race leaders. Rob Gravitt now, down to the old hairpin. Andy Rouse behind him, headlights blazing with Andy Rouse now, and that is Rob Gravitt ahead. Is this going to be win number 8 for Rob Gravitt and for his Trackstar team? Andy Rouse is hanging on, but look at the way Rob Gravitt pulls away down the straight. Into the chicane. Gravitt coming up to lap a BMW, who moves across and lets him through, so there's no delay for the race leader. Andy Rouse follows him through, down to the hairpin. Gravitt seems to have it made now. Up to Goddard again, the end of another lap. Gravitt leads. Rouse in second position, Tim Harvey third, Sean Walker is fourth, Graham Goode is fifth, Mike Newman is in sixth position, and Rob Gravitt completes the lap. And it's a furious battle for the 2 litres. Sytner, Sugden, Cleland, Allen, BMW, Vauxhall, BMW, in car with Cleland. And we've just had news that John has been penalised 60 seconds for being incorrectly positioned at the start. And now Jeff Allen goes through. Down to fourth in class goes John Cleland. Up to third goes Jeff Allen, who is ahead of us now. And John Cleland is now effectively sixth with the penalty, and he needed to win the class. But he's not giving up. Who knows? Anything could still happen. Bridgate. These are the 2 litres. And Sytner's on his way to maximum points, which, if he stays there, will give him the 2 litre championship of 1990. This is the race leader, Rob Gravitt, leading at the hairpin. Pulling away from Andy Rouse. Now we're with Tim Harvey, who is in fourth position. Ahead of us, Sean Walker third, but Harvey is closing on the Ford Sierra Cosworth ahead as they come down to the hairpin. Sean Walker goes wide, Tim Harvey gets alongside him. He's got the line, he's got the position as they come out, and Tim Harvey moves up into third place overall. Down to fourth overall goes Sean Walker. Graham Goode is fifth, and here is Frank Sytner leading the 2 litres. If he can stay there, he still has a chance of the overall championship for the second time. The 45-year-old veteran has driven a fine race, but then he's been driving for 28 years, so he knows the form by now. Craner curves, and Sean Walker on the left is in trouble. Number 4, he's been passed by Mike Newman in the Black Sierra, number 5. Walker down to 6th position as they lap Mark Hale's Mitsubishi, and it's the last lap now for number 11, race leader Rob Gravitt. Another immaculate race for the man from Maidenhead. He took the lead on lap 11 out of 15. He's going to win for the 8th time this year to clinch the Class A British Championship. Last corner, last lap. It's going to be a victory for Gravitt, but it's a new lap record at 90.6 miles an hour to Andy Rouse. Gravitt wins just 1.5 seconds ahead of Andy Rouse, but that's enough for Rob. And here are the 2 litres on their last lap. BMW, and there's the Vauxhall going off. John Cleland going off, but he keeps it going in car with Cleland. The 3 BMWs pull away, and Sytner is leading his way home. There he is, with a respectful Tim Sugden behind him. It's going to be Frank Sytner's 5th win this year. It's going to give him the 2 litre championship. They go out of coppice. Sytner, Sugden, Jeff Allen making a last lap challenge. It's the 2 Works BMWs in front of him. Jeff Allen in the Vic Lee Motorsport car, and he's getting closer and closer at the chicane. Sytner, Sugden, Allen, out of it. They've just got to go down to the Melbourne hairpin, out of it, up the hill, round Goddard, and that is the end of the race. Well, Sytner leads into the hairpin. Sugden second. Allen third. It's going to stay that way. Now, there are still 2 rounds to go of the British Touring Car Championship this year at Thruxton and Silverstone. Will Frank Sytner be able to prevent Rob Gravitt from becoming the overall British champion? Well, with the best 11 scores from 13 races to count, it's mathematically possible, and it's going to be interesting to see.
A victory, though, that means Rob Gravitt seals up the Class A title, 8 race wins from 11 starts, and hot favourite to take that overall championship. The gap to the 2 litre man, Frank Sytner, 26 points. It looks comfortable indeed for Gravitt, and we'll be describing what happens in those final 2 races.
You'll see those in due course on Grandstand. Other motor racing news, Thierry Boutsen is leaving the Williams motor racing team to